November has come and gone, and we are already into December. I'm Ryan, Michigan Storm Chasers here. This is going to be our December Outlook video. If you caught our November Outlook video, you'll know that we are pretty accurate with our call for a warm start and a cooler end. But I don't think any of us or anybody in general really predicted the amount of snow we're going to get here at the end of November here in early December. Kind of a surprise there, but it is that time of year, so not really a huge shock. I want to first start the video by saying all merchandise, for those of you who don't know, we have a merchandise store. All merchandise Cyber Monday is 15% off and free shipping on all orders. Feel free to hop on our site, helicity.co. Everything on the site, aside from the MSC tab, is owned by us. So anything you purchase off of this site goes directly to us and is made by us with our suppliers. So feel free, hop on there, grab some Christmas gifts for you, a loved one. We have a lot of options from t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, got a hat on there as well. Anything that you want, we can make. Even got some Aurora stuff on there if you want to get some Aurora stuff. Got a calendar too. So overall, we got phone cases as well. It's a good deal. So feel free to hop on there. Helicity, excuse me, helicity.co. Link is in the description. But you are here for the December Outlook. Let's go ahead and dive into December, starting with how accurate it's going to be. Looking at the European model here across the entire US, we're going to notice a few things here. First and foremost, lake effect snow showers will continue off and on for our lake effect belts across the state. But as we move toward midweek, we're going to watch a system coming out of Canada, Alberta Clipper, as they call them, Alberta, Canada. These systems track more so northwest to southeast. This one is no exception. The northern half of Michigan, from roughly Mount Pleasant on northward, could get a few inches of accumulation as that passes through. And as this low passes through, the winds behind it shift out of the northwest, which could spark, or at least should I say, should spark up some lake effect snow showers. So additional accumulations likely through midweek for our snow belts, as well as anywhere north of Mount Pleasant, perhaps sneaking to the thumb as well. That's system number one. System number two comes in later on in the week, toward the weekend. You got another kind of like a clipper system moves through, comes through the exact same areas, could dump some snow on northern Michigan there. That is system number two to watch. Behind that, the models do not show lake effect, but I will say it's probably a potential if we can get those winds to kind of back out of the northwest there. And then we move toward the second week of December. We're tracking a few things here, mainly our amplified jet stream that's going to continue putting these systems in our backyard. Here comes another system here for December 10th. Move this through the time frame there. It's going to drop some energy from the south there. Could be mostly rain if temperatures aren't cold enough there. But as we move into the second half of December here, we're going to see system after system after system move on through here. So the pattern overall will remain active until we get to roughly that mid-month time frame around that December, we're going to say 15th to 17th time frame. That is when the pattern is going to flip. Let's go ahead and talk about the pattern flip here. The GFS model, ensemble, the GEFS to be exact, in terms of our temperatures here across the eastern half, remain to be very cold. So those blues, greens, whites on the right side of your screen, that is below average temperatures. On the left side, those yellows, orange, reds, and darks, browns, those are going to be your above average temperatures. So watch how this is going to flip here. This is the first half of December. We are below average. It kind of evens out here. Then all of a sudden, we flip for the second half of December, and we are now in above average temperatures. Now, what is average this time of year? Average for Michigan kind of varies across north-south portions of the state, but overall between 30, 35, maybe 36 to start, but as you get later in December, that drops. But overall, 30 to 35 is the average temperature to keep an eye on. So anything above those numbers would be an above average. Anything below that would be in a below average. So right now we're seeing above average for later half of the month. That means we're going to be above, or should be above, that 35 or so degree mark. Now, the European ensembles agree to an extent here. We're going to start off the month cool. It's going to come back to near normal. And the last half of the month, it kind of delays our overall warm up, but it will continue to trend above average here into the end of December to start your January as well. So both models kind of in agreement around that mid-month time frame. Expect a pattern flip to maybe some more milder temperatures here, and perhaps a few more shots at some rain there to end the month of December. Overall takeaway from those two is going to be cold to start, below average to start, a warmer average to end the month, and then all throughout, we're going to say the first 20 days to cover the majority. But first 20 days of December, are looking quite active here. And it could be rain or it could be snow, but the overall takeaway, active and cold to start, and then to end the month, active and warm, perhaps. All right. That's your takeaway. Looking at the CPC guidance, the people who issue official outlooks for the short and long term, looking at their forecast here for the short term 6 to 10-day forecast from December 7th to the 11th, the east half of the US is in a below average contour, and the western half of the US in above average. We go to 8 to 14-day, we go to near normal for the entire state of Michigan. And again, normal right around 30 to 35 degrees here. So expect that to continue right around the second week of December. We go to the long term, though. The CPC is also picking up on the above average possibilities there in the eastern half of the US. So would not be shocked if we can grab a few days here where we could be in the 40s, perhaps. Cross your fingers if you're a summer lover here. I think it's about as high as we're going to go, though. 40, perhaps mid 40s at most. But overall, these days should be right around average, if not leaning just above average. That is your December. As far as snow systems go, I do think it's going to be snowy, very snowy. At least the first half. It could also be the second half. The activity looks to be the most in question here. We could be active all month, but I do think we're going to see a drop off here in the second half of the month as that pattern flips. It may take a little bit to get going again, but overall active, cold to start, warm to end is your takeaway. With that being said, end the video here. We have a new website or a refresh website. Feel free to visit us, MichiganStormChasers.com. Again, like I said, merchandise is 15% off for Cyber Monday. Use code CYBER15 if you're going to use that code. And then to end the video here, shout out to our sponsor, Cats Roofing and Siding. Appreciate you guys at Cats for sponsoring these videos. If you guys need roofing, siding, window, or gutter needs across Lansing or Battle Creek areas or places between those areas in South Central Michigan, give them a call, 517-485-9886. And again, thank you as always to Cats for being the sponsor of our YouTube videos and streams. We'll see you guys tomorrow for a short-term update on the potential snow system coming in for midweek and also to end our week as well. You guys take it easy out there.